Hey, how you doing, supercoders? Welcome back to a brand new lecture. And in this lecture, we are going to solve this amazing question. Count digits in a number. Basically, before going on with the solution of this video, of this question in this video, I want to tell you this one thing, that stay on till the end of this video. Not just to know the solution of this. We are anyway going to discuss the solution, but you will learn a lot of things in this video. The first thing that you will learn is how to reach the solution of any data structure problem. The second thing is how to actually think of a solution. Basically, other teachers, what they do is they just come, they dictate the question, and then they tell the solution, direct solution. What I'm going to tell you is how to reach the solution, how to think of the solution if you had not seen the problem before. For example, I can discuss this question, I can tell you the solution directly. But if you find a new question, brand new question, then what would you do? How would you think for the solution of that problem? You won't be able to if you do not know how to think. So basically, I'm going to tell you how to reach the solution, how to think of any solution whenever you are given any problem. How am I going to do this? Is through certain observations. I'm going to tell you how to observe things so that you can start from the solution from the ground level and reach up to the level where you are able to code the complete solution. It's not just for the data structures problem. Even in maths, you can get this take-ons, get this takeaways, that how to think. Basically, this is my main motto when I'm going to teach you. Okay, without further ado, let's start with this problem. So we are basically given the total number of digit. We are basically given the number which is going to be stored in the variable n, and we have to print the total number of digits in that number. So let's say that the user enters the number as 98731. So you have to print that this number has 5 digits. If the user had entered 9873, then you have to simply print 4. Okay. This was the basic question. Up till here, I guess you might not be having any problem. Now I'm going to go ahead with the solution, a little bit of hint. Now you all must have studied this in your previous classes. This simple concept of division. Let's say that the number is 98731 and we are dividing this number by 10. Then the quotient will be 9873 and the remainder will be 1. Now we can take one simple observation from this, that whenever we divide a number by 10, then the last digit of that number becomes the remainder and the remaining digits become the quotient. This is the hint, and you can take this hint and start solving this problem. Now I'm going to tell you further. I'm going to approach the solution now. Okay, let us say that the number is 9873 and I'm dividing this number by 10. Then based on this observation, if the number is getting divided by 10, the last digit will be the remainder and the remaining digits become the quotient. Now what I'm going to do is, let's say that this is the remainder. Okay. Now the quotient becomes the dividend for the next step, and I again divide this dividend by 10. The remainder will be the last digit and the remaining digits become the quotient, which become the dividend for the next step. Again dividing by 10, the remainder will be 8 and the quotient is 9. Again dividing by 10, the remainder will be the last digit and the quotient will be the rest of the digits. Since there is no digit left, so the quotient will be 0. Now let's wait up till here and see a particular thing, that what is the answer to this solution. If the user had inputted this, then the answer would be simply 4. And up till here, how many steps have we done? 4 steps. Can we take certain observations out from here? Yes, we surely can. The first observation is that, look over here. When have we stopped? We stopped simply when the dividend became 0. So when the dividend becomes 0, we have to stop. This is the first observation. The second observation is, till the time the dividend is not 0, we are going to perform these steps. Okay. The next observation is, each time I am getting the quotient when I divide the dividend by 10, and this quotient is going to be the dividend for the next step. So can I say that dividend is equal to quotient, because this dividend is going to be used in the next step. The third observation is basically the initial dividend, the initial value of the dividend will be equal to n only. So initially the dividend is equal to n. Now from here, can I say one thing, that instead of writing this dividend, instead of taking this new variable dividend, since the number is n only, and instead of in the dividend variable we are storing n, so can I say that each time we are going to store the dividend, it will be stored in the number n. So instead of writing this dividend is equal to 0, can I write till the time number is equal to 0? Because what I am doing is I am updating the value of n at each step. Now let's see further things. Okay, this open board is misbehaving a little today. I don't know why. Let's say that initially the number is having 0 digits. So let's take a variable NOD is equal to 0, which is having a value 0 initially. Okay. So if the number is able to divide by 10 for the first time, it means that the number of digits are 1, because only then we are able to extract one digit out of the complete number. We are able to extract one remainder. Again, if the number is able to divide by 10, this means that the second number has got struck out from the number. This second number, this was the first number that got struck out, first digit that got struck out. This is the second time that the number is divided by 10, and this is the second digit that got struck out. So this means that the value of NOD will be updated and will become 2. If the number is again getting divided by 10, this means that the dividend is still not 0. And also, since the number was able to divide by 10, so we are able to get another remainder. So this means another digit is able to get struck out. So NOD will be updated with 3. Then again we are able to divide by 10. This means that NOD again will be updated, and with each updation I'm going to add 1 to the NOD, so it becomes 4. Now since the dividend is 0, simply we are going to print the value of NOD, that is 4. Okay, so the fourth observation is simply that the value of NOD after each step will be updated with 1. With this much thing, let's code the problem. So initially we are taking a variable 0, NOD. Let's take the variable NOD number of digits as 0. Okay, then we are going to divide till the time dividend is not equal to 0. So dividend is still, since the dividend is stored in the number n, so I am taking n is greater than 0. And the quotient after each step is basically n divided by 10. Also, after each step, the dividend for the next step becomes basically this quotient. So n is equal to quotient. This quotient is basically the dividend for the next step. And then after each step, we are going to update the value of NOD by 1. And after that, we are simply going to print the value of NOD. This is the whole problem, and we are able to solve it quite well. And now I want to tell you this one thing, that instead of writing these two lines, you could have simply written this one line. Why are we creating one more variable when we can do our thing with a single variable? So I hope that you would have understood this problem quite well. With this, I submit this problem as well, and it has got submitted. Bye.